Okay, questions for Coach?
How do you feel about the draw?
The same way I feel about the draw every year. We're going to play somebody really good.
You cross paths with Coach Pearl much?
Yeah, on the road recruiting. I've known him for years. Yeah, I mean, I consider him a friend. Great guy. I mean, I've known him since he was here. And he's got a great personality. You guys know him. He's got a great personality, and I enjoy our interactions. We did a thing at the Final Four together a couple years ago. So yeah, good guy.
Assume Matt Gatens is going to get the scout on this one?
That's probably a good guess.
I guess as a coach, just knowing what you guys have been through all season long, I mean, what's the feeling for your guys when they see the Iowa on the screen for the NCAA tournament?
It's such a tremendous accomplishment. It's so hard to get there, especially in our league. It's so incredibly balanced, and there's, as you know, so many really good teams across the country, a number of Power 5 conferences, a number of great teams in other leagues. So just to see your name come up is something that I think everybody that plays college basketball hope that happens at some point. And if it happens more than once, that's even better. So it's time to go to work.
I'm sure you'll look into them a lot more than you already have in 5 minutes since the draw. But it looks like they're fifth in the country in three-point defense. Is that kind of a characteristic, would you say, of Pearl's teams that they'll get in their space?
I really haven't looked at it. You're right. I haven't looked at it yet. So we'll take a look at it, go upstairs right now and go to work.
I guess
What's distinguished them over the last several years under Pearl?
I think the one thing that is they play hard and they compete. They're athletic. It's hard to do what he's done. They've consistently been good. So that's a credit to how he's built the program.
I guess Philip, Connor, and Chris all said that there's been kind of more of an anger in the past couple days just in terms of how the Big Ten tournament ended. I mean, as a coach, how do you get your guys to kind of balance using that as motivation before you're saying, hey, let's flush it, it's win or go home time?
Yeah, I said this a lot. I mean, win or lose, regardless of when it is, we take a very business-like approach. We were close the other day. We didn't win. A couple tough plays at the end. Could have gone either way. Kids fought hard. We were right there. Lost to a good team. Luckily, we're still playing and just move on to the next.
What are the next 24 hours like for a head coach and a coaching staff as you prepare for somebody that you're not familiar with?
Yeah, we'll get going on that. We'll obviously have a bunch of tapes to watch, and we'll get ready for three teams.
Yeah.
Everybody that we might play. I'll be focusing obviously on one team, Auburn, and one team only. And we'll get going first thing in the morning with the guys.
Coach, a little off topic, but Brock and Owen, the Maroons, won the state tournament. Just what's your assessment of them as players, and how rare is it to have two guys committing to your program that are really that good?
Yeah, really thrilled for both of them. I felt like from the beginning, I watched them in the fall league play against West High because I was at the game. My son was playing. And I was really impressed, obviously, with both of them, but the rest of the team. And, Coach Taylor's a terrific coach, one of the best there is. So, I'm not surprised. I mean, when I watched that team, I said, okay, I think that team is going to win the whole thing. If anybody beats them, they're going to have to be really good. And, they kind of went right through the state tournament and just beat everybody that stood in their way, played with a tremendous amount of consistency, confidence, and those two guys were really special. So knowing the quality of people they are and how hard it is to accomplish that, I'm just thrilled for those guys. They earned it.
Is how the regular season ends maybe a tad overrated? A year ago you're cutting down nets, you've had a few days home. Does that momentum, quote unquote, matter when you get into the tournament?
No, I think you just start over, whether you won or you lost. If you lose in the Big Ten tournament, you lost to a good team. If you beat a team in a Big Ten tournament, you beat a good team. You obviously would prefer to be playing better and winning. It was a grueling couple days for Purdue. If that game goes into overtime, they don't even see the seedings. But that game is the most watched game of any game in college basketball. So, we appreciate that opportunity on television for our league. So, fortunately for us, we're going to go into the tournament, somewhat healthy, and we're happy about that. Thanks, guys. Yep.